Welcome back, Albion Onliners. My name is Nevaduck, and I'm here to bring you another tips, tricks, and gameplay video for Albion Online. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for everybody who's been viewing my videos and giving me thumbs up. Keep it up, and more people will be able to check it out. So if you do like this, if you do like the content I'm giving you, please thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to see certain things, please comment below. And if it's something that I could do, I definitely will. Now, before we get too far into the stream, I'm going to give everybody the TLDW, too long didn't watch. If you go down into the comments, where the description area below, you'll be able to find a link. That link will take you to a spreadsheet, and on that spreadsheet, it'll give you just some easy ways to keep track of your items. Now that I've said that, and those who want to go away, and we'll get on with it. So Albion Online, if you didn't know, each bank access you have in the major cities and towns is localized. In other words, it's not like games like Warcraft, where if you access the bank in one space, you go across the world, access it there, and it has the same items. In this game, if I'm in Bridgewatch and I drop a bunch of items there, and then I go to one of the other cities, like this one right here. If I go to this city, this bank will have different items in it. In fact, I've never been there, so most likely it will be empty. Same with if you go up to the red zone city, same scenario. This bank right here will have nothing in it. Auction houses are the same way. So auction houses are localized, and that kind of helps with trade, because maybe we can farm a lot of skins here, but there's another area like way over here that doesn't have access to as many animals to farm or something like that. So that means if you were to grab a whole ox full of leather, bring them over to this area, throw them on the auction house at one of these cities like Fort Sterling, you'd actually probably be able to sell it for quite a bit. Alright, now that that's said and you understand the way items work when you drop them in a bank, how do you keep track of it all? Sooner or later, you're going to get spread out to the other places. You're going to have a guild island or a guild territory. Again, they have different banks. So how are you going to know what's where without wasting all the time of going there and then leaving and then going there and then going to the next place and checking 5 places just to craft one thing because you're broke and you can't afford, or you can't find the gear that you had. Now, if you keep up with it, this spreadsheet will work for you. So let's start out with the game plan. So I got just a generic game plan that I'm doing at the beginning of the game. I have daily goals. My daily goal is going to start out with my guild job. In our guild, we have specific jobs that we have to carry out. So that's what I'll be focusing on. Next, I'll make sure every day I get my personal dungeon done. And then also, at the end of the day, I'll make sure I flip my silver to gold, especially at the beginning of the game, because it's going to be a 1-to-1 value, 1 silver to buy 1 gold. But sooner or later, it's going to go up to 5 silver to buy 1 gold, 10 silver to buy 1 gold. And then the reverse is true. So say you put 5 silver, or spent 5 silver at the beginning of the game, bought 5 gold, maybe a day or two later, you can, if you sell gold, you get 10 silver back. So you've just made 50 silver. Well, sorry, 40 silver is the difference. So I'm going to check that constantly, and make sure I'm selling my gold at least at the end of the day, if not when, or silver at least at the end of the day, if not when I get it. The next thing is checking the marketplace for cheap artifact or mats that you might need. A lot of people play this game and they don't understand how markets work and how to make silver on the markets or how to play the markets or anything like that. You don't have to learn how to do that. All you have to do is know that royal sigils, artifacts like the Bloodforged Blade to make the Clarion Blade, the Ancient Shield Core to make the Adept Sarcophagus Shield, those things are going to be kind of pricey because there's not going to be that many around until later in the game. So when you see one on the auction house and somebody puts it up there and doesn't put it up at a good price, buy it right away, even if you have to cash in gold to get it, because it's definitely going to be worth it. You're going to save some silver and some time even trying to farm those things just by doing that. So I do recommend that. My goal for day 1 and under my daily goals is to get to tier 3. Should be really easy. I'm going to get home from work around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to rush to tier 3 and then get about 6 hours sleep, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. Not 100% sure how tired I'll be. Then on day 2, I'm off all day. So I'm actually going to rush tier 4. If I can get past that, great. If I can't, that's okay. Also, specializations. These are the things I'm specializing in at the very beginning. These are the things I'm going to rush to tier 3. These are the things I'm going to rush to tier 4. That first week, if I'm making it to tier 5 early, I'm going to rush these things to tier 5, or at least tier 4. And then my second week, my goal is to get to tier 6. Now I have this set up pretty open, so if you copy this document so that you can use it, you'll be able to add your own ideas, own thoughts, own goals in there, and feel free to comment on my video, or you can comment right here and let me know what you think about each tab. The next tab I have is what I'm planning to do with my island. A lot of people ask, what do you do? When should you build? What's going on? Well, the way I have it set up is at level 1, I'm going to build a house. And down below, the explorer's house that I get with my founders pack, it'll cost 90 logs, tier 1 logs, 90 tier 1 rock, 90 planks, tier 2, 90 blocks, tier 2. So level 1 is going to cost me this right here. So when I'm getting ready to go to my island, if I'm not entering it with this, then I'm going to have to zone back out, go get this stuff, and then come back in. This gives me the ability to see exactly what I need. The next part, level 2, it's going to give me a farm plot, 1 building, and 2 small buildings. So I get 4 things next. So the farm costs 15 tier 1 wood, 15 tier 1 rock. Saddler costs 100 tier 1 wood and 10 tier 1 rock. And as you can see, so on and so forth, the tier 3 block, tier 2 block, tier 2 block. So what I did here is right here. So I need 190 tier 1 when I'm ready to level tier 2, or to do the level 2. 33 tier 1 rock, 450 tier 2, and 300, let me just eat that out a little bit more, tier 3 total block needed. So I know what I'm going in every single time, every single level, and I'm not wasting time going back and forth, trying to just stay a little bit organized. The next hardest part is remembering what you have where. The spreadsheet right here gives me all the ore up to 0, 0, so the raw ore, and then basically the refined ore, which would be the bars, the raw 0.1, raw 0.1, or refined 0.1, raw 0.2, refined 0.2, and so on and so forth up to refined 0.3. So if I wonder at Bridgewatch, which is the main city I've been working out during this beta, I have 27 tier, let's see, I have tier 4, 27, tier 4.2 raw. And if I needed 40, I need 13. So then I know I need 13 more to get to 40, and that's what I have to farm or buy or whatever. Same with this next one, shows me I have 55 refined, tier 4.2, and then so on and so forth. Down here it shows me tier 4, come across, and I have tier 4.2, and I have 21 raw, and maybe I need 30, so I'll need 9 more. And then here I have 20 tier 4.2, and I don't need any, so I left it blank. Again, you can fill this out to keep track of all the stuff you have and what you need. You can keep track of your stored items here. So I got a tier 5.1 sword in my bank, and I put the amount that I have. Tier 5 riding horse, that. And then also your auctions, since they're localized. So I got a tier 5 ore on the auction house. I have 345, and I'm trying to sell them for 36 each. Then I have T5.1 ore. I have 25 on the auction house, and I'm trying to sell them to 1854 silver each. Again, it just makes it easy. Next, I have my island, then Carillon, which is the PvP city, my guild territory, and then the guild islands. So I can keep track of all of that. To make another tab, all you would do is right click down the bottom, hit duplicate, and then name it whatever you want. So you'd right click and hit rename. Makes it nice and easy. It's definitely worth using. Hopefully this will help you out. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I appreciate everybody who's been giving me the support on my stream and on the YouTube. And we'll talk to you later, guys.